Welcome to RobDaManMedia with co-host Coach Dre.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody in the building right now. I'm in here with another one, my brother. It's been a while, man. But hey, we getting it back. Sorry we didn't come on earlier. Some things transpired earlier, but man, I'm just glad to be back here with my brother from another mother. We back in the building. Share the stream right now. Let everybody know we live, cause man, we finna interact with the people today. We finna have a good time. We finna talk football, recruiting, a little bit of everything, man. We're gonna jump around. If you got a question, let us know. Put it in the chat. You got a question, what you want us to talk about, anything like that. If you want to pull up on the show and talk to us, let us know. We are revamping the shows and how we're gonna do everything each week. So we're gonna go back to our panel talk on Fridays. Wednesday we have two shows, but the first show, it'd be me and Coach Dre. We're talking about our football, the ins and outs of the game, things like that. We still on Sunday, so we got some new things that we're gonna change up on the format of each week. We'll be on 4 times a week, so I just want to get that news out there to y'all so y'all know, so y'all can get back to the regular scheduled program, because we've been off for a little while. Coach Dre finishing up his season. Me doing on the road, traveling, things like that. So we just want to get back to normal. So we back. Let everybody know we back. Make sure y'all share the stream, like the video, get us back in the algorithm so we can get this thing rocking. Shout out to people that's in the building, Triple L, Miss Jennifer, Miss Kimbrew. What up, Josh? What up, Warren? So let's get this thing rocking. Coach Dre, we're gonna start us out like this. First of all, how are you? Let's start there. How are you?
We good. Just finished with some outro meetings with some of the guys. It's hard felt for my seniors. We fell a little short this year, but no one thought we'd be where we was. Nobody picked us to be in the playoffs. So they gave us the number 2 seed in the whole region. And we came out and we played hard, and my boys did everything they could. So we had a good season over with. So we got some outro meetings today and things of that nature. But man, besides that, man, it was a good weekend. Buffs get a dub. In Gainesville, it was crazy. It was very crazy in Gainesville. The Gators get a dub against LSU. They feeling good about themselves going in, and Ole Miss come into town this week. So it'll be live here again this weekend in Gainesville.
Hey, how's everything looking for us? The team, many visits they got, lined up. And now that the season's over with any schools coming down to December 4th, anybody going on the road for any trips these last couple of weeks?
The boys were at Florida game last week. My linebacker, he's DeMarco Daniels. He's a real deal ball player. He probably will be getting a couple of offers. He might be up at Marshall in a couple of weeks. Rob's nephew, he'll probably be at South Florida, Central Florida coming up. A few other schools. But my the senior that I got a couple of seniors that have some minor offers. But I think UTEP is probably going to offer my kid, Davian White. That kid is awesome. Only played 2 years of football. For anybody who knows us, y'all always see me with that long live 55. That was his brother. After his brother passed away, he came out and played for us these last 2 years. He made all area. So we're looking good. So we're looking good on scholarship. Like I said, we got 13 kids in the school last year. We only have 6 seniors this year, and we hopefully we can get all 6 of those guys in the school as well.
Hey, Triple L, it's gonna be tough to make that last game. We're gonna try to get Coach Dre to the Big 12 championship. And all reason why I'm saying this is because nephew got to go on some college visits, and some schools that's trying to get him on a visit these last couple of weeks. So I'll be out there on the visits with him. So unfortunately, it may not happen that he's able to get up there for the last home game. But we had plans in place. It's just with the season going on and with nephew balling out this year, some schools came calling to get him on some visits. So man, we're gonna try our best, but we'll try to get him to that Big 12 championship for sure. All right, so let's move on, man. So the AP came out, right, and they put out their AP poll right now. And you got Oregon sitting at number 1, Ohio State sitting at 2, Texas 3, Penn State 4, Indiana 5. When you look at the top 12 right now in the AP poll, how do you see what Colorado fits in that mode?
I know people didn't want to hear this, but the best thing for the Big 12 was for BYU to stay undefeated. With BYU staying undefeated and then us beating them in the Big 12 championship, I think we get 2 Big 12 teams in. Now it's possible that we're only going to get 1 Big 12 team in. If you see how it lines up right now with the AP poll, which doesn't matter, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 SEC teams in the top 12, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you got 4, and you got four Big 10 teams. You got an ACC champion, which right now they're picking it to be Miami. Even in this top 12, they don't have. And see, that's how you know the AP poll ain't got good sense, because you don't have a Big 12 team in the top 12 when you got to have a Big 12 team in the top 12, because whoever the conference champion is going to get in. The best thing could happen for the Big 12 and the ACC is that Notre Dame loses this week. That would be big if Notre Dame would lose this week. Right now, I don't think Miami is in the ACC championship. I think right now it's SMU and Clemson. So
as long as SMU and Clemson wins out these last 2 weeks, they will be playing for the conference championship. Miami won't even be playing for it. So that's the interesting thing about this whole situation is Miami's ranked higher than SMU and Clemson, and them going to be the 2 teams that's going to play for the championship as it stands right now.
And I think if they only have 1 loss, they're going to find a way to try to put Miami in. So it just comes down to, like I said 4 weeks ago on a Sunday show with B. Watts, we just got to control what we can control, and everything else will take care of itself. And that's showing up every week, depositing money in the bank Sunday through Friday, and then going out there and cashing out on Saturday. You don't win football games on Saturday, guys. If anybody tells you that they trying to sell you something. You do not win football games on Saturday. You win football games during the week. And if you go back these last 2 weeks that we've played, you've seen on the well-off videos that Coach Prime has stopped practice and told the guys how good they look. That they look like a playoff caliber football team. And you can't ask for anything better. We can only control what we can control. And that's going out every week and playing dominant football, keeping that chip on our shoulder. I want us to keep that chip on our shoulder. I want them guys to block out all this great, because everybody thinks they're the greatest thing since sliced cornbread, and everybody all these good stuff. I just want them guys to block that stuff out and just stay focused with what they got in the room. And those guys, because those are the people who believe since day one. Along with myself and Rob, we never varied from what we said. We lost some people because they just didn't like what we were saying, or y'all super fans, y'all homers, y'all. Again, I told y'all it wasn't about football for me with Coach Prime. It's about what he's doing for these men outside of football. And you get to see that in his press conferences and when he talks. And now when you plan for something, when you plan for your purpose and you living in your purpose and doing what God called you to do, it's hard to stop you. And now it's hard to stop Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. So we just control what we can control, and that's winning out. So this week it's all about Kansas. We can't look forward to Oklahoma State or the Big 12 championship. We got to put ourselves in contention for that, and that's by winning this week.
So I'm going to answer this. So Miami does not have the tiebreaker over Clemson. Miami has no control over getting to the ACC championship unless Clemson or SMU loses. That's the only way they can get to the championship for the ACC. And so that's the monkey wrench in as far as the playoff go is they're counting Miami in, and Miami might not even play for the championship. So if you count Miami in and they're not playing for the ACC championship, well, then whoever wins between SMU and Clemson gets in. And so that's the whole dynamic of you putting Miami in right now, and they don't even control their own destiny in the ACC. Clemson and SMU controls it. So you need one of them two to lose for Miami to get back into the picture of the ACC championship. I don't expect Miami to lose. I don't expect Clemson to lose, and I don't expect SMU to lose. But they're gonna put pressure on the committee to get in. No, they don't. If you can go look at the standings for the ACC. Miami does not control them getting to the. They need Clemson or SMU to lose. I'm telling you how it is. Y'all, you can argue me up and down, but when you look at this whole situation and you go look at the standings for the ACC right now, Miami is second, Clemson's over top of them. They already tell you who got the tiebreaker. It's about who you lose to, not about this and that. So, Clemson has it right now. So as long as Clemson wins out and SMU wins out, Miami does not play for the ACC championship. That's just what it is. But moving forward, right? When you look back at this victory, right? And for me, Colorado didn't even play out. We didn't even play our best game, and we still like handed them pretty easy. What do we need to do moving forward? Just focusing on Kansas right now, not looking in the past, right? Just like how Rick George said, don't look in the past. Look at what we're doing now and moving forward. What do you see moving forward that we need to do for this weekend against Kansas?
Oh, we got to come out and we got to stick to what we do best. Offense got to come out and establish that we can run the football. Defense got a special team up, and if we can continue to do what we've been doing on special teams, continue to do what we've been doing on defense, and then the offense do what they did in the second half. Putting together drives, I think we're fine. I think it's going to be hard for any football team to play with us, but we got to understand that we're going to come out and we're going to take some punches. Utah was a well-coached team. You knew they won't come out and throw punches. Same thing with Kansas. They're a well-coached team. They're healthy. They trying to play spoiler. They're trying to get bowl eligible. Them guys that coaching staff wants to be able to coach in December because it helps them with their recruiting. It helps them to get these younger guys that maybe didn't get a lot of playing time this year. Time.
One thing I'll tell you,
practice time and get them ready. Get them.
Hey, Coach Dre, you going in and out. Jump off, jump back, right back on. We just need to win out, let the rest play out. Here's what I'll tell you right now. That's how we've been saying it from the get-go. Hey, Dre, jump off and come back right back on. You going in and out. When you look at Colorado and what we got to do, only thing we control is what we do right now, right? And that's just winning out right now. When you look at what our road is ahead of us, we control what we want to control in the situation because we don't got to. Everything that we needed to happen is already happened for us. So all we got to do is handle business, and to handle business, is just win out. Go beat Kansas. Oklahoma State is probably gonna lay down because everybody not gonna play. So when you look at the road ahead of us, we going to a big boy stadium, you know what I'm saying, and playing an NFL stadium because Kansas is doing construction on their stadium right now. So they adding seats and everything to their stadium. So what we got to do is just come in and handle business, and everything else plays itself out. But we've been saying that since day one, right? We control our own destiny for this entire season. Nobody was going to stop what Colorado had. We just got to come in and do our job. And we've been saying that since day one. And now you're getting to see, everything that we've been talking about before, games were being played and what we possibly have. And, we right on track where we need to be at. We coming out to the last 2 weeks, but also Colorado recruiting-wise is picking up in these last 2 weeks because we're getting close to the signing day. So you're starting to see a lot of players decommit. So everything is moving in the right direction for Colorado, like what we said. But as it's stated right here, All you got to do is just win, and everything else will take care of itself. Go ahead, Coach Dre. Sorry, you was going in and out.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes, like I said, back to play. Us having to play football, us doing what we do best, us believing in our coaching. If you looked on those guys' face after the game, they wasn't pleased because they know they didn't play their best football, and that's scary to know that those to go through for almost 353 touchdowns, he didn't feel like he played his best game. We feel we put the defense in bad positions, and all they got was 3 points. And that's how you got to feel good about the bend but don't break type of defense that we have. They didn't give up touchdowns when we threw the interception and when Shador dropped the ball there. We didn't give up touchdowns. So that's a big plus for us, man. We just, like I said, we got to play Colorado football. That coaching staff has these guys primed and ready to go every week. And we going out there putting on a show and not even, like you say, we're not playing our best ball all the time. And so I just want to see us before this Big 12 championship that I feel we're going to get, that I know we're going to get to. I want us to put it together all 3 phases. And that, like I said, that's a scary thought that all Colorado doing is playing two phases of the game, and they're putting up 49 points. And we're not as healthy as we could be. No Jimmy this week. Draymond stepped in and did great. Timmons got out there, did his thing, blocking and wise. He didn't get any passes, but he was out there on some blocking things. But Webster has become that next guy behind Travis at that receiver spot. Then going out there and getting the special teams touchdown. And then Will Shepherd is what we thought he would be. People thought that, oh, man, y'all went and got a Vandy receiver. What y'all went and got a Vandy receiver for? Because that kid can play football. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. That guy can play football. So we're proud of what we put, the product that we putting out. We just got to finish. We got to start. We got to start a little faster. And when I say start faster, that's not necessarily saying that it's got to be a touchdown, but I want to drive that first. If they kick us the ball first, I want to drive. I don't want to go 3 and out, put our defense right on the football field. I want to drive. I want to get the confidence up. Some holes there in the when we first started running the ball. So I know we can run the ball. I feel good about that. So I don't think that we can't run the ball. I just think that, like you say, it's a run-pass option. Shador told me that in the press conference. He didn't even know it was Charlie in there in the game. He wasn't going to pull it, but he was so glad that he didn't pull it because they wanted to get Charlie in the end zone. So it's always a run-pass option for Shador on the pass on those plays. And so Shador is a quarterback that's trying to do what he feels best for his team to win. And so we just got to but I do like that Pat Sherman's trying to run the ball a lot more. Even though we're not getting positive yards all the time, he's steady trying to hand the ball off. And so that's a plus for us on the offensive side of the ball.
All right, so let's talk about this defense, right? To me, we still got like 2 more levels we can go on this defense. And we still really haven't seen our defense have their best game yet. And I think as we go later into this season, our defense is going to get better because we're going to get more healthier. And to have the injuries that we have on our defensive line and not have the players that we had from the beginning of the season as far as the rotation-wise, what our defensive line is doing, you can't ask for more, right? To have the number of bodies they have on the defensive line, where Rock has to practice, both ways because we don't have the depth in the pieces. It's crazy to behold what this defensive line is doing every week in, week out. And that's shout out to the strength and conditioning team, right? The people that don't really get no praise. Shout out to them. Because what they're doing and making sure to maintain injuries and to make sure that we stay healthy throughout the season and the lifting weights throughout the season, things like that. The little things that you don't see for real. Shout out to our strength and conditioning team, because those are the things that don't get talked about, right? We see the performances on the field, but we forget about the people that actually help these people, get through practice, and get through the week to help them get on board to what's going on. But what I will say is, as we inch closer game by game, we're getting healthier. And that's scary hours. Scary. So as you look at this team right now, as far as just the defensive line goes and the health, how do you see this playing out the rest of the season?
I'll keep saying I don't see how we can redshirt Wade the way he's playing. But the way that Alan Walker is playing is that nature. I just don't see how we can play it. The way McNeil and Block Bully are playing up front is phenomenal. I think that McNeil scares himself sometime back there when he gets back there so quick. Great hand placement, quick off the ball. Block Bully, every time I look on the film, they got two people blocking him. When you don't block him, you get that hit that you got in the game where he kill your running back because he back there so quick because he dominates one guy. He going to hit your running back real hard. Those ends are phenomenal. What Green is doing, what Sam is doing, what Walker is doing, what Wade is doing is phenomenal. And like Coach said, you got to earn the right to hunt. You got to earn the right to hunt the quarterback. So you got to stop the run so you can earn the right to go hunt the quarterback. That front four is awesome, and that's a testament to those guys that coach them guys. Coach Lewis, Coach Dance, and then Coach Sapp, and then the grad assistant that came in from Jackson State. That guy gets no credit. Every time I look on the field, he's in there. He's working hard. He's holding that pad. He's getting them boys ready. So big shout out to him. He was with Coach Prime at Jackson State, so he was one of the guys that came with him, like Coach Shade, like Coach Legit did, came with him from Jackson, and he's up here working with the defensive line and getting those guys right. But what the biggest point I want to make is the selflessness of Warren Sapp and D. Lewis and Coach Dancy is right off the bat. The first thing they wanted to show their guys was they were going to be a cohesive unit. We're going to coach this thing together. It's not going to be you coach this group, you coach that group, you coach this group. We all going to coach these defensive linemen together. We all going to get the credit together. And you saw it Saturday with Sapp and Dancy. They hyped together. They exude what it means to be selfless. And when you can talk about it, but not only can you talk about it, you showing it. You got a gold jacket. You got a first ballot Hall of Famer, which most people feel like, oh, he should be coaching the defensive line by himself. This, and this. To have the anointing on yourself to say, hey, no, this ain't about me. This about every guy that's in this room helping us coach these guys up. That's what shows your kids to be selfless. And now you see that in those guys. They want the best for everybody that's out there. Every time somebody gets out there, they want the best for everyone that gets out there and gets their chance to shine and ball. And you got to give those guys a ton of credit. What's up to my brother Dale? What's going on, bro?
Hey, right before Dale go, hold up. I keep telling you this. I just feel like they're going to sit Keaton Wade these last two games, and they're going to play Wiggins. Quincy Wiggins going to end up playing to keep his red shirt available. Quincy Wiggins can play in these last two games, and he can still red shirt. And when we got all hands on deck, when we go for the Big 12 championship and further, everybody can play. Everybody can play. So when you look at the situation right now, we in a situation where we going to get healthy at the right time, and we got a full roster, and we don't got to worry about red shirting. We ain't got to worry about, oh, man, how we going to play this week? How we going to play that week? We got everybody in full arsenal of range. So right now the plan is, man, get everybody healthy for the Big 12 championship. And let's see what we look like, right? Because right now everybody ain't healthy. But we can get through Kansas. We can get through Oklahoma State and have no injuries. And then gain back guys, it's scary hours. It's scary hours. But what up to my brother Dale, man, in the building?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Man, we good, man. How you feeling?
Man, I can't call it, man. I'm good, man. Shout out to Rob for looking out for me when I was in Boulder for that Cincinnati game, man. It was a good time. catching up with my dog Rob, and of course we got that dub, man. So I hadn't talked to you since then. I'm like, dang, Rob been missing, but you popped back out today, so that was definitely a good time, man. But I'm just kicking it, man. Just enjoying this ride, man, with the team. 8-2, doing our thing. We stepping up when we need to. It's a beautiful thing right now.
Man, listen, man. If you only knew, if you only knew what I've been through these last couple of weeks, man, it's something. I don't even want to get into it, man. It's been that type of day today. But I had to come on live, man. And I talked to my brother this morning, right? He's like, bro, don't worry about going live. Focus on what's going on. And I'm talking about it was a life and death situation this morning. So that's just some realness. But I said, man, if I allow this negativity to stop what I got going on right now and continue to keep stopping what I got going on, we never gonna move forward. So I had to get on here and get out here and talk to y'all, man, and really like just get back to what we do, man. So it's lovely to be back, man, and we finna be back on the regular, man, for real, because it was a life and death situation this morning, with some super close family members. So I'm glad things worked out, and I was able to be there in the present to save this life. So that's all I can say upon it. Go ahead, Coach Dre.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Like I say, but we will, like you say, man, and that's what we try to preach here. And I keep telling y'all, and people kept telling me and Rob last year, hey man, y'all boys, y'all super fans, y'all caught up, what they call it, doctor, y'all think prime doc Martin Luther King. Well, he can be whatever he want to be. It's about what he's doing for young men and what he's doing to make young men's lives better. Y'all see Charlie? You see how the kid been at Colorado 4 years, hadn't scored a touchdown, nothing like that. Those guys took so much pride in him getting in the end zone. So much pride in him getting in the end zone. Being able to say that we got this kid in the end zone. And then for Prime to stand up after the game and say to me of what a Colorado Buffalo is. He is to me of what a Colorado Buffalo is. And that's going to always be the standard for us. And I always told y'all that we gonna have some boundary and some respect because of the simple fact is, guys, if y'all just notice, whenever anything goes negative, it just turns the whole mood around. And when things get negative, it gets personal. And most of the time when you on here talking with somebody, you don't even know these people. You don't even know these people. And you don't got personal and taking shots at people you don't even know. And you don't know what they're going through in their life. Like I say, everybody that's up here on this stage, I found through this platform. And through my brother Colin over there with Life in Football. Like I told y'all a year and a half ago, well, y'all wouldn't even know who Coach Dre was on the social media. No, nothing. I wasn't on that because I just don't believe in all that. Putting your business in the street and talking about people on Facebook. And I just don't believe in that. I believe if you got a problem with somebody, call them up and you can fix it. Because it's a lot of y'all walking around here on the face of the earth, and it's people that died, and you holding a grudge against somebody that's in the dirt, and they holding you down because you can't move forward and let go. Do that today. Forgive somebody that you done wronged or have wronged you, not for them, but for yourself. So you can move on and not block your blessings. Like I say, this started with Life in Football, a tiny group. If you only knew where Colin started at, we started with 30 people, maybe 35, in a little group of Colin going live maybe 10 to 15 minutes, 30 minutes at night. And it grew. It just grew and grew and grew. And then he pushed bro to go out and do his thing. And bro went out and did his thing. And since I was over there with him, I came over here and just was supporting my brother. And had no intentions of this growing into what it was. Got Dev on the show and started rocking. And so you can find what you're looking for if you really want to. You can find what you're looking for if you really want to. So, you know, for us, man, we're going to always be positive over here. We're going to always praise Coach Prime. People told me and Rob we were stupid. Oh, man, Coach Hart can't coach. When they get a real linebacker coach in there, boy, they going to really show y'all something. Coach Mathis can't coach. They just prime homeboys. Them guys have been coaching for 20 years, man. But we don't know what we're talking about. That's why I keep telling people we some nobodies, man. And that's fine with us. That's fine with us. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't do this for the fame. Because like I told you, if I take my face off of here and never did this again, I'm gonna still be Coach Dre in the city of Gainesville, Florida. I'm gonna still be somebody in this city, and I'm gonna still get up every morning with a purpose to try to change young men's life where I'm from. So you know what I'm saying? But now to be able to touch somebody's life, maybe you having a bad day, maybe you know you riding home today and the day wasn't the best day. I don't want you to have a bad day. You don't have some bad moments, but we're gonna turn this thing around. Like bro said, we had some bad moments this morning, some bad moments. But he didn't let it affect his whole day. And that's something that I love that coach, because I used to say that a lot. I'll be the first one to tell y'all people, I used to say that a lot. That man, boy, I had a bad day today. I had a bad day, but then when Coach Prime really said what he said, like, you can't have no bad day. You can have a bad hour, you can have a bad moment, but it shouldn't affect your whole day. So that's the way we look at it. Like you said, we hadn't been on the regular mostly because of me. It wasn't because of bro be traveling, but it was more because of me, because of my schedule. But now with our season being over with, I'm at a little more beck and call where I can get on here with bro to make sure that we're doing what we need to do. But you know what I'm saying? Our biggest thing, guys, is we just want you guys to and then the thing that y'all people don't really want to hear, I just want to show that black people, that us brothers can get on here and show that you care about another brother and support. Because I support all these guys out here doing content creator. You see me summer everywhere. The dude, Prime Sports Media, I love that guy. He's very intelligent. He does great work. Dino Up the Scope. Them guys do great work over there. You can catch Dale over there a lot. They doing great work over there. My guy Duke the Scoop. You get what I'm saying? That's my guy. I can call, bro. You get what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, and when I call Duke, I ain't calling for no inside information. I'm calling to check on my bro. Make sure he good. Juju Sports and all them guys that do John the Liquidator. All them guys. Hey, bro. Hey, Rob, I gotta take this to coach right quick. Take that right quick. Hold on.
I know. I know. Hey, Dale, man, what's up, man? How you feel about the game? Talk to us.
Man, it was a great game. It was slow, right? It's been, we've been starting out real slow. Like, that's kind of been our normal. We kind of come out slow. I did expect us to start a little faster, being that it was a daytime game.
Oh, I want you to hold that. I want you to hold that. We gotta start putting this thing in reverse. Start asking to start off slow so we can start off fast. But we keep asking to start off fast, and guess what? We're starting off slow. So let's reverse it this week. We're gonna start off slow so we can start off fast this game. We're gonna reverse it. Because every time we keep talking, you think about every time how we go out and say something, right? The reverse happens, right? So start talking in the reverse and then let that happen. That's how I'm planning it out this week.
Yeah, and it lasted a little longer on offense than we used to, right? Again, it happens, it's slow sometimes, but it was about, I think, 4 straight punts. So it was a little slower than usual, and I thought we was going to kick it up after it was 14-3 after LeJohntay ran back that kick, and then we had that touchdown to Will. I thought we was about to kick it into gear. But it took a little while. But once we got rolling in the second half and we put up that 49, that last touchdown to get us 49, that made me feel a lot better. But that's really, at this point, us as fans, man, we just nitpicking at this point because we putting up points. 49, 41, 34, 34, stuff like that. We had still this is like, man, we could do so much more. But that's a good problem to have. I think we have yet to play a full game. I mean, I guess UCF was the closest game we got to kind of playing a full game. And to play, not so great at times and still being able to beat people like we've been beating them, still be able to beat them convincingly, even when other teams are scoring and they might get within 2 scores or 10 points or 7 points, we still like, That ain't nothing. Like I like being in that situation to the point where I can focus on my defense, or I know my defense is gonna get a stop. At no point am I really worried no more about teams, and it's like, hey, yeah, they might score. At this point, it's just like I don't like them scoring because I don't want the score to look so good. Not that I think they're gonna win. It's like, man, I want this to look better. So I think that's a good situation. That's a good place for fans to be in, right? So I do it a lot, guys, but let's not nitpick so much because again, we winning convincingly. We still putting up the stats and stuff like that. If it was any better, we'd be winning 70 to, you know what I'm saying, 10. So that's how I'm feeling about how we doing, man. We look good.
Hey, Dev, this is what I'll take. This is what I'll take away with this Buffalo's team, right? This already been written. This story already been written. I'm finna put this up on the screen here in a second, but this story already been written. But when you look at this Colorado Buffaloes team since Kansas State, it's been looking like Floyd Mayweather out there, just playing defense, right? And we just punching just a little bit just to get by, just keep winning, right? We still ain't elevated to our best yet. We still got more in the tank to give. When we put it all together, you might see a team score a 0 on the board. If we ever just put it together, and I'm talking about all three phases, just come and play lights out, you're going to see us goose egg somebody. Our best football still is yet to come this season. And I know that's kind of scary to think about. Like, we just went and scored 49 points. You telling me that our best is still yet to come? It is. But we've been saying this from the beginning of the season. We've been talking about how we got, what pieces we got, and nobody really believed it. Everybody was like, oh, man, y'all just saying this and y'all just saying that. But it's okay, because I've been waiting for the season to end. And then I'm going to go to the receipt sheet. Then I'm going to drop the receipts for all the people that y'all thought we forgot about y'all. What y'all said last year, what y'all been saying all season. Here's what I'm going to say to y'all. When y'all told us if we don't run the ball, we can't win. Right? Remember that, right? If we don't run the ball, we can't win. Shador got to have this X amount of yards for us to win games. Our defense wasn't going to be good because of our coaching staff. I got all the receipts now. I just ain't even dropped them. Just out of respect. I just want y'all to just, the same way y'all gave that negativity out, praise what just happened. Be a man and own what you said in the offseason and come on camera and say it right now. That's all I'm asking for. I ain't even got to drop the receipts. I just want you to be a man or whoever you were, just to, what you said, just come out and say, hey, I was wrong. Because when we was wrong, we came up and put our face on the screen. I just want y'all to do the same thing.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I say, Rob said the biggest thing is this story been wrote. I told y'all, I told y'all that when he got the job. You just need to know where the name's gonna be placed for the characters in the movie. That's all it is. All we need is the names for the characters in the show. The story already been written. And Coach Prime looking for a certain type of kid. And now you seeing that. And then, like you say, no better way to end the recruiting cycle than for your true freshman Draylon Miller to go out there and have his best football game in college. We are, there. You can't say no more about Seton. Seton is All-American in my book. I know they probably gonna find a way for him not to be first team All-American left tackle, but he All-American. Michael Welch, if he doesn't get injured, I think we see him a lot more. And then Cash Cleveland. What else can you say about that kid? Y'all remember right on this show? I think Dale might have been up here with us. We were right on this show, and we talked about Cash, and people told us, "Oh, he just came because he's Jordan Seaton homeboy. They just wanted to make Jordan Seaton happy. That boy can't play no football. He'll never start at Colorado. He'll never see field." How that's looking for you?
Hey, if you don't believe
football guy.
Hey, Coach, if they don't believe that this story already written, I'm just going to put the graphic up there for you. I'm going to put the graphic up there for you so you know. The story already been written. Tell me where we ain't seen this before. I'm waiting. But go ahead, Coach Dre.
That's just it. Look at it. That's what Jackson was before he got there. Look at what Colorado was before he got there. That was Jackson's spring. That was the COVID year. That was the COVID year when he couldn't play with Shador them. They were there. They could practice, but they couldn't play because they had played high school. That's what he did. This was his first year at Colorado when he got the job late. He didn't turn his back on Jackson. He didn't just say, hey, I'm going to just go to Colorado. I'm not going to coach the bowl game for the national championship. I'm going to just go to Colorado. He stayed there. He coached both teams, putting together his staff and doing all of that, and had to pick from the worst. Well, not the worst, but, all the good players were gone, or the players you wanted. You still flip the 5-star Commander McClain and all that other stuff. And then the next year at Jackson, that's the year he got Travis Hunter when nobody believed he could flip a 5-star and get him to come to an HBCU. And this is what the product is of hard work and dedication for Colorado this year. But I told y'all that this man is anchored in faith. He's anchored in, he's living in his purpose. And now you get to see it. And I know people were so hurt that he left the HBCU realm. Look at what he's doing for the Power 5 conferences. Now, it was black head coaches here before Coach Prime. So I'm not trying to make it seem like Coach Prime is the first black head coach that's doing what he's doing. But look at what he's doing now. Because what y'all, unbeknownst to y'all, was a lot of coaches were trying to keep these pro athletes from being coaches. They wouldn't put these guys on their staff because they didn't want those guys to come in and overshadow them. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of pro guys that want to be football coaches that couldn't get their foot in the door. And now Prime has shown that these former pros can coach football at a top-notch level. You will see a lot of pros coaching college football next year. You'll see a lot of old Hall of Famers probably. I won't be surprised if Terrell Owens is coaching at the University of Colorado next year. And that's just me. I don't have no insight. And nobody told me nothing. None of that. I'm just Coach Dre just saying I just won't be surprised if T.O. is on that coaching staff somehow, some way next year because he loves being around those guys. So, like we told y'all, man, we don't just be talking just to talk. Like I said, I've been following Coach Prime since True.
I'll say this: T.O. do got a son that's getting ready to graduate at 6'3", 215. Wide receiver in high school. I'm just saying. Yeah, hey, he might come on as a walk-on. We don't know, but hey. But Deb, man, how you feel, man? Looking at this graphic, what you see on this graphic about Coach Prime, man? What's your thoughts?
Man, it's what y'all said. It's like when you want to see and you want to kind of predict what's going to happen in the future, you got to look at past performance. So I never at one point thought that, hey, we can't replicate what happened at Jackson State, like Coach Dre highlighted. You had to look at the totality of when they got to Colorado, what had already happened. It was signing day for high school kids was a week later. They was already 2 weeks behind on the transfer portal. Then they go through weightlifting and winter camp, and then the whole team leaves in spring. So then you get all these players that come in, 90% of the team comes in the summertime, and I got to put all that together, plus my coaches in the summer and get ready to play, in the fall. Came out hot, looked good, broke down, but you still went from 1-11 to 4-8, and not only was it to 4-8, but all those games were one-score games. So you was right there. So why wouldn't I assume and believe that the following year, this year, it's going to look completely different? Not only because I can identify what happened when they came in and everything I just said, but I also looked at what happened at Jackson State. They had the spring season. It was, all right, cool. But that's, again, it's spring season. Kind of got there. I wouldn't say late, but you got to put some stuff together. We don't know who we playing, when we playing, who can play. I know what I need now. Because you heard Prime say that this preseason. After the season, now I know what I need. I had an idea, but we went through the season. Now I know what I need. I'm gonna go out and get what I need. They went and did that just like you did at Jackson State, and boom, we see what's going on. So, and it's gonna get even worse because now it's gonna look like Jackson State, but with bowl games and wins. Because now we're gonna out recruit the conference. We're gonna have better players than everybody in the conference, and we're just gonna dominate the conference just like you dominated the SWAC and just like you dominated HBCU. It's gonna look just like that all over again. The only difference is we're gonna be winning these bowl games and these championships.
That was my next point of what we get into. That's phase 2. This team gonna look better next year than what it looks like right now. Because we're gonna out recruit everybody that's in our conference. And Colorado being in the Big 12, you just landscaped Colorado to elevate them to be the only team in the Big 12 that's gonna dominate the Big 12. Because when you look at it, I'm just breaking this down, right? I could say that the coach from Utah, he about to end his life there. If he don't retire this year, next year probably be his last year there. They about to pass the baton in Utah, right? Oklahoma State, they finna have to make some moves with they head coach. When you look at Kansas State gonna be Kansas State every year, right? They gonna give you that they'd be 9-3, 10-2, 11-1. They're gonna be somewhere in that range. But everybody else it's gonna be hit and miss. And so when you looking at the way the landscape breaks down for the University of Colorado, why wouldn't you want to go to Colorado when you got a guaranteed opportunity to be in the playoffs? You got a guarantee to be individually marketed, not just team marketed, but individually marketed with NIL deals and commercials. What other school is allowing you to, based on your individual play, grow and prosper in NIL world like Colorado is? I'm waiting. What university is allowing walk-ons, non-scholarship players, to blossom in NIL world? I'm waiting. I'm sitting back.
Nobody.
So when you break all this stuff down and you look at the T's
Hold
and
on. Florida, because Kamani is a walk-on and he got NIL deal.
I give you money, but I don't even treat money as a walk-on. We know from that standpoint. But what I'm saying in this whole situation, when you look at the landscape of how you can get to the playoffs, you can come there and win. You could come there and be in a situation where you know you're going to be in a winning situation. All eyes are going to be on you. Scouts are going to be there. You got the right coaching in the right situation that's going to allow you to play and be who you are. That's not going to hold you back from being whatever your personality is. I just want to know where you're getting that from. And when you can tell me definitively that's what you going that college gonna do, come on now. What college can let you play both ways consistently?
But again,
we're applying pressure. And so here's the next phase of this. I'm finna go right to you. Here's the next phase to this. We put on so much pressure that we're gonna start making universities try to find a buck in the Darius. Uncle Neely. Go ahead, Coach Ray.
I mean, you hit it on the head. That's what they're doing now. What you're gonna see is you're gonna have to do it. And that's why, remember, fellas, when we used to talk last year, going into this year, this is what they were scared of, is because now everybody's gonna have to do it. To keep up, everybody's gonna have to do it.
Price just went up. Hey, listen, I'm telling you this right now. If you call RobDaManMedia and Coach Dre, the price went up.
So you get what I'm saying? The things that Coach Prime is doing, everybody's going to have to do it because everybody wants to spotlight. And now I want my kids. See, this is what people fail to realize, and I don't think they really get it. is what Prime doing is not also appealing to kids, it's appealing to their parents. Oh, well, Coach Dre, what do you mean by that? No knock on Kirby Smart and what he got going on at Georgia, right? I'm not trying to down Kirby Smart, the University of Georgia, what they got going on. They've had somewhere the estimate of 23, it's double-digit DUIs. Kids getting arrested for this, that, and the third. Kirby Smart has had no backlash. Nobody's talked about him not be having function of his football team, or this, that, and the third. If that was Deion Sanders, Deion Sanders got a bunch of thugs. We rap. Our boys rap a little bit, and we some thugs. But you got these kids out here doing real life stuff, and he's not being held accountable. So if I'm a parent, I'm sending my kid to Deion. I'm not sending my kid to Georgia because I know the kind of structure that he has. I see the kind of family element that he brings to it. When you got a Mama T in there, you got a the big man that came in from IMG, and guys that want what's best for young men and want what's best for Prime. You got Pastor E. Dewey Smith coming in here, giving you and your guys, you kids that them grew up in the church, and your mama and your grandma them like I did, who that's what they want they children to still be getting put in their life, because I'm not there to stand over you and make you go to church on Sunday and make you stand up there in the choir there, but I know at least my baby's still getting that word in his life, and he's still getting pushed to be the best he could be. You heard Buddy say on Big Noon, our family goal was I'd have to be the best on the team, but I had to give you my best. And that's all Prime is asking for these kids. He's not asking these kids to be Travis Hunter. He's not asking these kids to be Shador Sanders. He's asking these kids to give me your best. And if you give me your best, and I know you giving me your best, hey, I know we okay. And so with everything that we're producing, I told you, Rob told you, Dale told you, this was going to be scary for college football. There's no Nick Saban in college football no more. There's only one coach I feel like right now that when you talk about college football coaches that you bring up, Kirby Smart, Deion Sanders. I like the Indiana coach. I like him. No disrespect to him. He undefeated. All of that. You get what I'm saying? But what Deion has done with the scrutiny that he's been taking, when you got the greatest basketball player to ever play, arguably, come out and say, well, he asking y'all where all the Deion haters went. Everybody real quiet. Because he is different, because he knows what it feels like. And Dev, you can take it after this. He knows what it feels like to have that weight on your shoulders. See, most coaches, they just got to come in and win. You got to just come in and show some kind of improvement. People wanted Deion Sanders to walk on water. They didn't give him the same just due that they gave everybody else. And all Prime did was kept his head down, stay composed, believe in his process. He didn't change his process for nobody. He kept his process the same, and now you see what he got. Go ahead, Dale.
Listen, I'm glad you said that, because that's one of the reasons why we needed, and because of course, people will say, hey, if they go 6-6 or 7-5, that's okay because that's improvement. But we know that he wouldn't be allowed that time to actually improve. He had to do this right away. We knew it, and he knew it. He wasn't gonna get 3 years. He definitely wasn't gonna get 4 years. After this season, if they was just a 50-50, 500 team at 6-6 or something like that, it was going to be a lot of people, including the fans, and definitely, some of those boosters and just people in general, but especially, just the world, the nation. Oh yeah, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. So not only did he have to do that for himself, but I said this a long time ago, and you keep touching on it, Coach Dre, as far as like those NFL players, but for Prime to be the type of guy he is, as far as like he represents the culture, like the hip hop culture. He represents. I'm coming with my hat on. I'm coming with my shoes, my shades, my chains, the watches, and all that. If someone like Coach Prime, a Hall of Famer with all the resources in the world, if he couldn't pull it off, then that means can't nobody else pull it off. So that would I felt like personally that would have had a negative effect on some of those other black coaches that was going to try to come up behind him, or some of those other NFL players that was going to try to come up behind him, because they would look at him like, yo, that's Deion Sanders prime time with all these resources, all this and all that. If he can't do it, I'm definitely not giving you a shot. So he had to do it right away. And I had no doubt he was going to be able to do it right away. Clearly, he had no doubt in the people around him. So I'm glad he did it. I'm glad it's working out, because it really meant way more than just a couple wins just for him and the team. It was a win for a whole lot of people, and a whole lot of people that's going to come up years from now. A lot of people that's trying to get in the door right now. So shout out to him for doing it. But I'm glad you pointed that out. So it reminded me of how I felt when I know he wasn't going to get that time. Like, you got to do this now.
He said it. And that's what bothered me is everybody talks. Nobody really listens, right? He said that was one of the main reasons why he had to do this. I had to take this job. Yes, I love what I'm doing at HBCU. I love what I'm doing at Jackson. Hey, on an off note, shout out to Jackson State and TC Taylor for winning the SWAC East, playing for the SWAC championship his second year. Hey, big ups to them guys, man. I'm proud of Coach. They got my guy Big Swole out there, number 94, right here in Gainesville, out there on Jackson State team. Hey, man, a big shout out to him, because a lot of people doubted him as well. A lot of people thought that he couldn't get it done. So shout out to him and what he's done. But he said I had to leave Jackson to go to this Power 5 level, to open this door for other brothers like myself to get jobs, to be head coaches. How is what the coach name there? What the coach name was at Texas A&M? Sullivan. How is he not a head coach somewhere? How is he not a head coach somewhere? I just don't understand it. I understand people upset with Ed Reed, but Ed Reed is going to be a heck of a football coach. Somebody is going to get a heck of a football coach with the resources that they need down there. Hey, HBCU colleges. Hey, man, y'all better be looking at Ed Reed, because he can help y'all with what he can do for you. Yes, he might not be that long, 2 or 3 years, but what he can do for you guys. But Prime told y'all I had to make this move. You see look at Fran Brown. Look at what he's doing at Syracuse. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be some other coaches. FAU job finna come open. Ball State job finna come open. Word on the street is Florida job finna come open. But we just wait and see. But you're going to see a lot of guys that you didn't think was going to get opportunities for interviews, because now, like Dale said, it's about the culture. These guys want to feel like they can be themselves. You don't see Prime telling them boys, "Hey, we gonna be dressed to the T on game day." But when they get on that plane, them boys got on they designers, whatever, with their chains on and got their grills in their mouth. Prime ain't saying nothing, because you know what? That's just a facade. I know what these kids are really made of. I know these kids that I'm teaching them how to say yes sir, no sir. They respecting women on my campus. They not going out getting in no trouble. Hey, how many incidents Colorado done had? I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me how many incidents Colorado done had. I wait. Oh, okay. So we don't got none, right? But we got thugs, and we got drug dealers and all kind of other stuff going on in Colorado, right? That's what they say. No, what y'all just going off the image of what y'all see. Y'all just going off of what y'all see, and that's just because y'all see them boys. Listen, if you see Rob nephew, he got big chunk on his neck, this, that, and the third. But far from the truth, they don't know nothing about nothing thugging. None of that. It's just the culture. It's just that's just how these boys act and what they see. But these kids are being raised the right way by Deion Sanders. You got Yellow Beezy in the locker room. You got these other rappers, and not only y'all think that it's just for these football guys. Look at he touching them guys. Like y'all heard Yellow Beezy say, I'm supporting the person that supported me. Not just on this camera, not just when I'm up, but when I was down at my lowest point. Prime was a guy I could go to and talk to, and he tell me the truth. He wouldn't tell me nothing, just what I'm saying, just to be a yes man. Which Prime ain't gonna never do that. And that's another thing that I don't think a lot of people understand. Prime can say some things that other people can't.
Man, my biggest question for real, and this is being honest. Most of the time when people hate on Coach Prime, really don't have a true value reason why they hate the man.
Yeah, that's a fact, Rob. This is what I do when I talk to people, right? I'm not in the business of changing people's minds and stuff like that, but I just want people to know, I know you lying. I know that you know that I know you lying. So you can't lie to me. You can go say whatever else you want to say to somebody down the street, but just know that me and you know what's going on. So when people come out and say, oh, like you said, I'll ask somebody like, why you don't like Prime? Or they'll say, he arrogant and he always talking trash about the other team. They'll say this about the other team, about the other coach. My first question, I say, give me 3 examples of when he did that. I get none.
Listen, the hell
Same thing, but
the hell with the 3 examples, Dave. Let's just take this step further. Most of the people that have something to say, to have something that says something negative about Coach Prime, don't even believe they sell, but they gonna run with it just to try to get some people in their corner.
Of course. And that's why I said, hey, listen, you can lie to the other people in your corner, but just know that I asked you this question, right? Give me 1 example. Give me 3. I always say 3 because if you tell me he's always, when you use that word always, that means you have multiple examples. I can never get one. Somebody was talking about Shador being, I forget what they said, but anyway, talking about Shador. So I said, all right, cool. Tell me. Couldn't tell me.
Here's the thing. The most people that's hating on Coach Prime is trying to stop Travis from getting the Heisman. And I'm still wondering, what do you not? What has Travis done? What has Travis said to you that got you in your fifis? He ain't did nothing to you, but it's because
he's not humble no more either.
Because guess what? If Travis wins, I mean you got to see Prime.
When he ain't humble,
he because Travis was real quiet. Travis never said nothing. The most he done spoke is probably the last 2-3 weeks. But the moment that he said, shout out to Genty, but we've seen that before. What I'm doing, nobody's ever seen before. From that moment on, Travis became not humble. Oh, he's turning into one of them. Listen, we've seen it before. One of Prime and what Prime is, and he turned into one of the Sanders and that type of area. Come on, man, but it's a lot of insecurities and it's a lot of prejudice and just when you see and a lot of this stuff goes back from how people felt about Prime when he was playing, because it's interesting when you hear Coach Prime talk and he says, hey, I didn't talk on the field to players. Like I wasn't doing all this rah. It might look like I was, but I wasn't really doing that. Or, I was this model teammate that y'all might not have thought I was. So it's all a perception of what he had going on, and people carrying that from 30, 40 years ago. Y'all still mad from when he was playing, when he was dogging y'all's teams, and you bringing it to now. And he said that before. He said, hey, they're not coming to beat my team. They're coming to beat me. People want to beat me. They don't even care about beating Colorado. They just want to be able to say, oh, we beat Prime. Because
that's what's going to be. And that's the thing, though. When you lose, I even think that it said in Nebraska paper when they lost, it didn't say we beat the Buffaloes. It say down goes Prime. Well, Deion didn't play a snap. He didn't play a snap. But what it comes down to is they just don't want this to happen. Because, and then the biggest thing is Nick Saban has got on board. Nick Saban like, hey man, Ain't nothing we can really do to stop Prime. I mean, what he got going on in Colorado is what it's got to be. But it's the blueprint. So hey, listen. So I'm just asking a question. So when Hill Green got the interception this week and ran down the football field, Prime didn't go chastise him. He didn't go tell him that you can't do that. This ain't the NFL. He didn't tell him that. When Travis threw the ball up in the air, he didn't go over there and tell Travis, what is you doing? You just got us 15 yards. I'm just asking. I'm just asking because y'all make it seem like he just upholding it. He's not.
Don't accept nothing
But
in the
what
win.
you see,
Accept the loss.
But here's the biggest thing. Y'all add fuel to the fire when y'all talk about them like that because they're not doing anything that nobody else is doing in college football. I saw. I don't win a lot of Florida games. They throw the ball in the stands. They do all kind of stuff. Oh, y'all remember last week when y'all jumped down Bucky throat talking about, oh, they supposed to get the ball back to the ball boy. Hey, well, Charlie scored, right? Charlie didn't get the ball back to nobody. He kept that ball. Right? So why the ball boy? So why that ball boy had to try to take the ball out of Shiloh hand? I'm just asking.
Can
like y'all, yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, Papa.
And Coach Dre, so I think a lot of people miss this part of it too. I don't even think Bucky, number one, cared or even noticed that the ball boy hit the ball out of Shiloh's hands. His reaction was all about, you're not about to be in the $100 million man's face. Because he ran over there when the ball boy was in Shador's face, and he looked over there like, whoa, what we got going on over here? I don't even think he saw what happened with Shiloh, but I wholeheartely get it. Like, hey, come on now, we not doing this. Not the two.
No. But what I'm saying, Jeff, is we got people in main. You got people in mainstream media. Go ahead, Papa.
Here's the main thing about that whole situation. Don't nobody know what that man said to them to get Bucky to react the way he did. Because his back is truly turned.
That's true too. Yeah.
So why everybody try to make it seem like Bucky was in the wrong, y'all don't know what that man said to make Bucky react that way he did. But go ahead.
That's true. But personally, me, I don't care what he said. I think he was right regardless.
Me, that's what I'm telling. What I'm asking y'all is, and I'm asking anybody, white, black, green, that's your brother. If somebody run up on your brother, you just gonna stand there? No, that ain't happening. I wish me and Dev going walking down the street, we just did something, and somebody I'ma just stand there. Hey, bro, what's going on? But then you got to understand the atmosphere they was in. These guys done had bottles stowed on them, tortillas stowed on them all game, all kind. Whatever these people was throwing out the stands, they was throwing out. You get what I'm saying? And you want these guys to continue to stay in their classiness. But when Nick Saban or Kirby Smart, Will Muschamp used to do it all the time. When they get in somebody's face and go to doing, oh man, he's just overexcited. He's just, well, look at his enthusiasm, boy. He's really crunk. So what? Tell me what's the difference from what he did to what they be doing? Y'all seen Kelly from LS this week? Y'all saw what he told that boy?
Hey man, ain't nobody had nothing to say about that though.
And what I'm saying is, all I want y'all to do is do the same thing y'all do. I want y'all to give my guys the same leeway and the same stuff that y'all give everybody else. All I want is the equality down the middle. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking for. I'm just asking for the same stuff that y'all give everybody else. Like, so if something was to happen with Colorado players, I want y'all to do the same thing y'all do with Smart. Don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. But we know that's not going to happen. So right now, what we're going to continue to do is push the positive and show what he's doing. You heard the man say I was in tears because Quincy Wiggins came up and said, Coach, I'll never quit on you. You done did
Shout
too
out
much
to
for
Quincy
me.
Wiggins.
Well,
I wasn't
come on,
expecting
man.
to see him in the game. Shout out to Quincy Wiggins, man.
Hey,
What I'm
and
telling you,
he came in and made plays when he came in.
and here's the thing. You're the guy that was highly recruited. I'm on the scout team right now, playing my role, getting my team ready. Because what y'all fail to realize is, right here, this is a championship ring. I got one. I know what it's like. It don't say I didn't play. It don't say this, that, and the other. Every kid that played for us, they got one. It didn't say I played all the snaps. It didn't say I played some of the snaps. That thing say national champion on it. You know what Quincy Wiggins gonna get if Colorado win? A national championship trophy. Ring. And it's gonna be nice because you know Prime like nice things. Hey, y'all see everybody doing the ring and the necklace thing now when they get rings. You know who did that first? No, who did that first? Oh, okay. I just want y'all to give a man the respect that he deserves. The respect that he deserves is Coach Prime is setting a culture for college football, and he also setting it up for. He not thinking about himself. He thinking about coaches. Hey, coaches, y'all ain't got to sit here and listen to these kids talk about they want this, that, and the third. Hey, listen, you coming down here to talk to Colorado to talk about money? I don't know what to tell you, bro. We can tell you we can set this up, but hey, you got to produce. We can do this, we can do that. Hey, but hey, ain't gonna be no just you gonna think you gonna come in here and hold us hostage.
Oh no.
Because you know what we show? We're gonna get us a walk on. And besides that, that's the biggest thing I hate about this. They finna take the walk-ons away. They're gonna give them more scholarships, but they are gonna take walk-ons away, guys. So you will not see walk-ons anymore. I think they might find something else because the coaches are really upset about that because you need like 125 to 130 on your roster, and they're only giving you 100 scholarship players. There's a lot of college coaches that are upset about that because you need more than 100.
It's supposed to be. I think it might end up being 110 when they all get done. Said it's gonna be like 110. So you're gonna lose probably 20 to 30 kids. Some universities go up to like 130, 135. So yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of kids. I think the set number should be one team when it's all said and done.
Okay, so I'm just asking y'all.
So with that being said, you can't hire kids no more. Huh?
Why y'all think they did that?
You can't hire kids on your roster no more. So now it's really finna make everything crazy.
Because now with Prime with NIL deal, I can pay for me to come to school. Now coach can use that for somebody else. So that's the reason why they're doing this is so they can make sure what they trying to say everybody can be on the same playing field, but that's not really what it is. It's just that they want everybody to say they own scholarship and not using the NIL money to pay to go to school.
Oh yeah, we'll don't worry about we'll pay him. But speaking of recruiting, right? Because everybody keep in the chat asking about recruiting things like that. I just put the link down there if you want to come up, if you want to talk, holler at me, Coach Dre Dale. The link out there, y'all come holler at us. It's a big weekend for Boulder. IMG to Boulder, right? This weekend been set up for a long time, but finally got everything situated, right? How do y'all like the feeling of seeing IG to Boulder? How do y'all like seeing that?
Go ahead, Dale.
You said, how do we like to see what?
How you like seeing, IMG coming to Boulder?
It's
the pipeline.
I mean, when you have IMG is one of the best or most prestige, private high schools as far as when it comes to football in the country. Of course, it's some other ones, but IMG is one of those top programs. So when you can solidify yourself and you can grab a pipeline from a place like that, you're not just getting high school kids and recruiting classes. Now you're getting kids that are coming almost college ready, right? Because that's what IMG is. They're going in there, and you heard Cash Cleveland say the other day, like when they asked him in his interview, hey, how did IMG get you prepared for Colorado? He said, hey, we on the same schedule at IMG that we are on at Colorado. We was waking up early in the morning. We was lifting at this time. We was going to class at this time. We was coming back to the training room or to the practice facility at this time. He was like, it's all the same. So when you're getting guys from a program like that, they're coming in semi-college ready. And then if they enroll early, that's even, that's another plus. So you want to get something like that because you're getting, the cream of the crop. Of course, it's thousands of other kids across the country that's in public schools, not even just private schools. So we're not going to act like private schools got all the dogs because they don't. But when you can solidify something like that, you want to. So it's a good thing, man. And then it just, like y'all talk about having Cash Cleveland coming in as a walk-on, and he's able to play. And he was a starter at IMG for whatever reason. He wasn't, getting recruited much. Of course, you got Jordan Seaton. So those guys at IMG can already see, like, okay, hold on, they got some of our guys over there already. They got one of the guys that was on the coaching staff and was in the building, and Hageman over there. So I got people that I know, and I have people that I can talk to, and I probably trust because I was just playing with y'all. Like, I know you. Number one, I would hope you wouldn't lie to me. But number two, I can see you on the field playing for real. And then, they got Hageman in that position that he's in to where I forget his title, but, it's about that player engagement and stuff like that. So I like it, man. You need something like that.
The craziest thing about that whole situation with Jordan Seaton is that how can you not pick up on Cash Cleveland when he popped up the screen when you watching Jordan Seaton? How could you not be recruiting this kid that's popping off the screen that's playing against national competition?
Not only is he popping off the screen, he's the starting center. He's the guy who calls he's the guy who's calling all the calls. He's the one who's running the offensive line with Jordan Seaton at the end of it. And like you said, on a national schedule.
Listen, I'm just going to say thank you to all the coaches that didn't want to recruit Cash Cleveland, and we appreciate him being in Boulder. Go ahead, Coach.
Again, this is what it is. This is scary because every college wants this is the one thing that every college has been waiting on, to try to get their hands in the pipeline where they can continuously go and get kids. Kids go from IMG, they got anywhere from a 40 to 45 man roster. 30 of those kids are going D1. Okay? 30 of those kids are going to D1 colleges, D1 scholarships. When you hear them say they're prepared, because Cash Cleveland and Jordan Seaton, they're not from the state of Florida, right? So they've been staying in dorms, they've been away from home, been away from their parents, been having to get themselves up, so they're already, like Dale said, they're college. When you leave IMG, you're college ready. You hardly ever see a kid come from IMG that's, when he gets to college, he's not college ready. That's why you see a lot of IMG kids be ready. Okay. This is the thing with all of y'all with the recruiting. Let these kids have their moment. I want these kids to have their moment. Whatever they decide to do, we'll rock with them. If I understand if they're not buffs, that it's okay. But let these kids and their parents have their moment. Besides getting married and probably having kids, this is going to be one of the biggest, or getting drafted, this is going to be one of the biggest moments of their lives. And I'm tired of adults raining on kids' parades. Whatever these kids decide to do, that's what they decide to do. Even their parents, whoever they got handling them, that's what they decide to do. I'm excited about what we have at the University of Colorado. I'm excited about where we stand with some of these recruits. Hey, recruiting is going to be over in a minute. We only got about 2 more weeks of this. But also, I want y'all to understand that like a kid like Juju, he's in the playoffs, man. He got multiple things on his mind. So let him do what they crystal balling him to Colorado. If I feel good about it. If it doesn't happen, it's not going to be the end of the world, guys. I promise y'all. I guarantee you that Deion Sanders has a backup plan. I guarantee you Deion Sanders is not sitting at home worried about this issue. Y'all more worried about it than he is. And that ain't a good thing. I want y'all to let these kids enjoy their moment. I want y'all to let these kids enjoy their moment and have their moment in the sun. So that's the biggest thing. But IMG, you know, that's gonna be scary.
As I always tell y'all, man, just be patient. Because December 4th gonna be here. Who comes, who signs, that's what it's gonna be. I know I get a
And
lot of
then
people
what
asking
about,
me, I get a
and
lot
then
of
what
people
about,
ask I get a lot of people asking me, what's up with the recruits, things like that. There's a lot of things that I know that I'm privy to information too that I just don't even talk about. I'll say Colorado, we in a good shape to have a good early signing period. And some of the kids that come early signing period possibly will be probably practicing when we go to a bowl game, probably practicing playoff game. So, because they'll be eligible too. And some will come up in, spring, some will come in the summer. But what I always tell y'all, man, just be patient with this process. A kid gonna make whatever decision that's best for them and they family. But the way Colorado is winning and handling things off the field and on the field, there's gonna be Colorado's at a point where they're rejecting calls versus
there
they
you
have
go,
to make calls.
there you go, there you go, and
And that's the, that's the
that's
biggest
the big
difference.
thing. That's the biggest difference is they're winning now. So now I remember Dev saying this last year. That was the big thing. Oh well, what you going to Colorado for? You ain't gonna never play in a bowl game. What you going to Colorado for? No, that was the negative that they said telling the recruit. Oh, they just want to be rappers. Or what you going to Colorado for? It's just a reality show. Now, when you can't tell a kid that because a kid know what hate look like. Okay, they know what haters look like. So now when you telling a kid that you definitely all you doing is pushing them closer to Dion than you is pulling them closer to yourself and your team. Your best bet is not to bring Dion up, just to sell your product, whatever you trying to sell your football team. Your best bet is not to bring up Dion and what he got going on in the machine that he pushed, because he has a machine, and it's hard to stop it now, man. 8-2, looking to be 9-2 this week, with a chance to go play for the Big 12 championship. And I think I said this on B Watts a few weeks ago. Don't you think Jerry wants Deion Sanders and Jerry World for the Big 12 championship? Don't you believe don't you believe that the Big 12 want Deion Sanders in Dallas and Jerry World for the Big 12 championship?
Hey, I'm gonna be right there with Deion and Jerry.
Listen, I'm
Once we
telling you
win on
right now.
Saturday, I'm booking that flight.
I'm telling you right now, we will be in Dallas. So y'all want to see us? Come on to Dallas. Y'all see us.
You know what I'm saying? Because listen, y'all watch the pregame. Y'all watch the pregame show, pregame network today. The one he put out at 9. You saw the Big 12 commissioner at the game.
Listen, they gonna make sure Colorado in that Big 12 championship game. You ain't gotta worry about it.
Man, listen, I've told y'all on more than one occasion. Besides the blue bloods, it's about who can sell the most tickets. When you saw Rob put up that narrative at the beginning with the AP poll, y'all see people thought I was crazy. Oh, Dre, ain't no way they gonna try to put 5 teams from the SEC in the playoff. Okay.
But Dre, we told him this at the beginning of the season, right?
Right. I told y'all at the beginning of the season, 5. That's if they get 4 in, that's good. But if they can sneak 5 in there, in the way the ACC fell off, and the way I think things might happen in the Big Ten falling off at the back end, they're gonna find a way to try to sneak 5 teams from the SEC in the playoffs. Why? Because the SEC bring money. It's nothing about their football team. It's about their fans travel. They're gonna come to somebody's city, buy up the hotels, buy up the food, parking, all the money that they can revenue for that city. And that's the kind of stuff that these teams want. And that's what Colorado has right now. Colorado has an SEC fan base. They have an SEC fan base and building an SEC quality team. And when you get there, it's going to be hard pressed to stop Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes.
I'm gonna say this: if you sell shirts, hoodies, posters, if you ain't printing stuff out right now and heading your butt to Dallas, I don't know what you waiting on. I don't know what the blueprint already out there. I don't know what you waiting on. You better get ahead of the train. Get your license. But Jerry won't problem there because the Cowboys ain't making you money. So guess who's gonna make you some money?
Hey, you didn't have to say that out loud.
I don't want y'all to throw that shot, but
you didn't have to say that out loud.
You talking about Jerry going prime in Dallas.
We know you. Hey, listen. You didn't have to say that. I know we don't. Listen, and that's another narrative. Y'all stop, man. Y'all stop with this. Dion want to leave. Listen, man. Listen, he happy where he at. He done been told y'all he don't want to coach $1 million players that don't want to come and practice hard. He don't want to recruit kids that don't want to practice hard. So if you a prima donna 5-star, Prime don't want you. Prime want kids that want to come in here and put money in the bank every day. That want to earn a spot. And that's what I've been telling y'all. People told me and Rob, oh y'all, why y'all think they should keep Woods out there, man? The man Hill Green. Listen, I told y'all from the jump Hill Green was that guy. And I hadn't seen him play. I just heard him talk. But you got to go about things the right way. You got to go about things the right way. And that's even with y'all in life sometimes. I know you think you should move this quickly to make a decision. Sometimes just slow yourself down and do what's right and watch how better the decision makes when you make it. Just slow yourself down. I know you want to be on the fast track. I told y'all, this generation of people, they want stuff microwave. You get what I'm saying? Go put that in the microwave and eat it. What you want to eat? Want some noodles? Go put it in the microwave and warm it up. Ain't nobody cooking no home cooked meals in the oven and stuff. That's how Prime grew up. You get what I'm saying? He grew up with that stuff cooked in the oven, and it take a while to get to where you going. And so now, the biggest thing, we got the coaches that we need, and we getting the players that we need. Prime can't recruit no high school players. But y'all can't recruit no high school players. Okay.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this. When you talk about this Stephen A is loyal to the money. He is loyal to ESPN. Who cuts ESPN checks? The SEC does. So why do you keep thinking that he keeps talking about Prime going to an SEC school or to the NFL?
Y'all gotta understand, right? That's what y'all gotta understand, man. Them guys. Go watch Stephen A on his podcast show. He doesn't really talk about that as much on that podcast show as much as he talks about it on ESPN. Paul Farm is an SEC guy. He got on ESPN because he had a show strictly talking about Alabama and Auburn. So they went and bring him in, and that's who pay their bills, guys. So that's what they want. That's what they want to see. So I don't get mad with none of them guys about that, because I know that the end all be all is they trying to get SEC teams in the playoffs. But we just got to do our part, which is control what we can control. Being 1-0 every week. I said it 4 weeks ago Sunday when people didn't see no way for us to get to the Big 12 championship. We can't get to the Big yet. Listen, just be patient.
Play out.
It's going to play out. We just got to do our part. And our part is just winning each game that we have left.
Remember, they told us these teams weren't going to lose the game, though. Remember, they said they don't see a team losing for us to get there. And what we say, just be patient. It's going to work out. I promise you. And what's happened? It's just delivered to us on a platter. Just be patient, y'all. We understand what ESPN trying to do. But you know why here's another reason why ESPN doing this. When you continue to see that Colorado's starting to get these 4 stars and 5 stars and they taking them away from SEC schools, you got to do something to slow down the traction. You got to do something because you're taking away from these players going to an SEC school, to a powerhouse, to a blue blood. and they starting to rally the troops, and everybody's starting to migrate to Boulder. Guess what? The talent upgrades. So now you don't have a blue blood that's over top of Colorado because they got the same amount of caliber players. That's what they don't want. And guess what? Colorado coaching staff is a lot better than a lot of these coaching staffs. Their player personnel is a lot better. Their recruiting department is a lot better. You can't just throw a check at somebody.
Their recruiting department is the best. We got Coach Riz, we got we got Phillips, and we got them young ladies and them other guys that we got. We got the best recruiting staff in the country. And you know what Riz coming to do? He's going to get real dogs. We're going to get real dogs. So, I mean, but y'all get to see this stuff up close and personal. And now that's what every team is going to try to do. I think they say Miami's trying to kind of mock what they doing, trying to get that going. And I expected that because you got some Miami guys that's here. You get what I'm saying? You got Miami guys. You got Miami Blue Bloods coaching on your staff. Michael Irvin here all the time. You get what I'm saying? But he been supporting the Hurricanes real hard this year, being there for the games and stuff of that nature. But it's about us pushing our culture and these guys being able to be themselves. It's a lot of kids have to go to these other schools and they have to conform to what this school is instead of the school letting them be themselves. Prime told you, I'll let guys play both ways, but you got to be able to show me that you can dominate on one side. You got to be able to dominate on one side. But if they flip this kid from Alabama, it's gonna be a lot of boy, David. It's gonna be some slow singing and flower bringing. I'm telling y'all, boy. If he flipped this boy from Alabama, boy, it's gonna be some slow singing and flower bringing, boy. Cause, but this is a test of Phil Ojos, a guy that people told us couldn't coach. People told us that who is this guy that coach Prime High to coach his offensive line? He ain't never had his own room. He ain't never had his own group. He only been an assistant. So you get what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
I totally agree with you. Pretty much. I totally agree with your statement. That's the issue with Saban. Saban knew he was in trouble. He knew he was in trouble. He got out at the right time because he knew he was in trouble at Alabama. You ain't getting the same type of caliber of kids. You can't hire kids on the roster and get them 2 or 3 years to develop because NIL ain't going to allow you to. So when you look at the landscape of everything, it's worked out perfect. It worked out perfect. But I'm going to let Coach Drake go ahead and end this out. We'll be back Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. We're going to be back on schedule. Hold on. Let me see if Deb got something to say. What up, Deb? You got something to say? Before we get
I'm all good. I'm all good. Shout out to the guys.
I appreciate it. So, all right, y'all. So we'll be back Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. We're going to be back on our regular schedule. 2 weeks until signing day. So how the landscape, how did everything play out? So Mondays, y'all gonna get me and Coach Dre. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything. Wednesdays is strictly gonna be Colorado talk. As far as the next game, things like that. Friday, we're gonna be back to our panel show. So if y'all want to come up, ask questions, get on the panel. Fridays is gonna be the day that y'all can come up and talk to us, hang out, kick it with us, and then Sunday, y'all know we got the show with BY. So 4-day schedule. We're gonna be back in tune. We back the show you've been waiting on. We back in action. So Mondays and Wednesdays, Friday, we'll be back. We should be at our normal time, which is 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time that is for you, we should be during that time. And then Sundays, we at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with BY. So a lot of great things happening for Colorado. Recruiting is going up. We got some got some pieces that's in the ram bed. And just stay tuned. Just be patient. Like I said, man, we're gonna let these kids make their decisions. We don't want to kill the kids recruiting, and we want to make sure this thing going the right way. They'll pop back up on us for a show on Friday. So we can get the panel back together. And let's get this thing rocking. We're going to talk about that Wednesday. So we're going to talk about Kansas on Wednesday, really going in depth on what they got, the ins and outs with me and Coach Dre, what the boys up to and up against, things like that. We're going to get to all that on Wednesdays. So that show on Wednesday is going to be dedicated to that. And then Friday is going to be a panel talk where we just, we're going to kick it, have some fun. And then Sunday, the show will be watched. So I just want to give y'all a breakdown how the week's going to be layered out moving forward. And so we're going to bring some different things to the table and switch up some content and stuff moving forward. So I just want to give y'all a layout. But appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Go ahead, Coach Dre.
First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us, rocking with us. Big shout out to my brother Dad for coming up and rocking with me and my brothers. We a brotherhood. Shout out to Dino up the score and them boys over there, what they doing. We appreciate them guys. Them guys always show us love and support. Big shout out to B Watts. We've been rocking with him. He really been doing his thing. To my guy JR Boxer, what he been doing, coming up there with us, rocking and rolling. That goes unnoticed. Man, we trying to build a brotherhood. To my guy Scope Buffs daily, and what he got going on with PLB. I appreciate him letting us be a part of that. And love and respect to that. We starting our own brotherhood, guys.
Shout out to Matt Titan.
Yeah, definitely my guy. Shout out to my brother Matt Titan in there. Also to the CU aunties, what they doing for these young men, supporting them on and off the football field. It's a blessing. To these other queens that's out here that maybe not, but they all aunties that's supporting these boys left and right, buying their merch, helping them with their NIL, by buying their stuff. We appreciate all that goes. It goes unnoticed, and we appreciate it. But we started our own brotherhood, man. My guy Bird's Eye View, who be out there a lot doing his thing, really repping hard, working hard, putting in that work. Man, we see you working. Like I say to the guy, Prime Sports Media, y'all go check him out. He be out over there dropping knowledge, real facts. I like him. He always shows love and support. But man, this a black brother community, and we gonna show y'all that these brothers can get on here, do great content, love each other, and not hate on each other. It ain't no jealousy going on from RobDaManMedia with nobody. We got no enemies. We don't dislike nobody. We salute and respect everybody and their opinions. Y'all know how me and Rob is coming, so y'all know what to expect from me, Rob. Also Dev, and then I forgot one person you can't never forget, the Unc. You get what I'm saying? Uncle Steve, the man behind the man with the plan, and my brother and J.I. You get what I'm saying? But we appreciate all those guys. And Colin, most importantly, Colin. There's no us without no Colin. There's no us without no Colin. Colin is the pillar of this community, of this brotherhood. He's the pillar of consistency. He's the pillar of positivity. And he's the pillar of God-fearing man. And without Colin, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be going on without Colin. So we salute him and what he's done for us and what he's done for a lot of other people. John the Liquidator, also what he's done in his realm with the CU content and whatever else he's endeavored in. And big shout out to my guy Juju Sports. That's my brother. He's doing big things with high school kids and putting high school kids on.
Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned.
You get what I'm saying? So y'all just stay tuned for a lot of stuff. I tell y'all, we just some nobodies trying to bless somebody. And I know people say, Coach, stop saying that. I really am, guys. I'm really just an old football coach from Gainesville, Florida. That found some guys.
I can't forget about Darius and reach the people, man. Shout out to my.
And we in Duke the Scoop. For everybody here, everybody that's in here, that when they thought they was gonna pull this brother down, for everybody to step in and help with Duke the Scoop, Well Off Media, what Pregame Network did, what DMVR did for that guy, and put that guy on and show them that you can't stop what God has in store for somebody. You can't stop what God has in store for somebody. And so that's what we trying to do, man. That's what we gonna always push.
Hey, Craig, hit me. DM me, Craig. DM me, Craig.